Hi, good morning. My name is Sandra Vicencio, and I am the parent educator here at Sauceda Middle School. I will be reading a book about Mount Rushmore today. I will tell you there is a treat at the end of the video, so please stay with me throughout reading this book. You will be having a wonderful time as if you were in South Dakota with me. So let's go ahead and start reading. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy me reading this book. Stay tuned. Here we go. South Dakota. Location: South Dakota is a Midwestern state. North Dakota forms its northern border. Montana and Wyoming lie to the west, and Nebraska is to the south. Iowa and Minnesota form the state's eastern border. South Dakota's capital, Pierre, is the middle of the state. It is located in the Missouri. It is located on the Missouri River. Pierre has fewer than 14,000 people. The largest cities are Sioux Falls, Rapid City, and Aberdeen. Here you see Sioux Falls was named after the waterfalls of the Big Sioux River. It's a beautiful place. I had the privilege of going there to visit. Geography. The Missouri River cuts through South Dakota and divides it nearly in half. Eastern South Dakota has rolling hills and farmlands. The Great Plains covers most of western South Dakota. The Black Hills is a range of low and rugged mountains with deep canyons in the far west. The state's highest point, Harney Peak, is in the region. It is 7,242 feet tall. Harney Peak is the highest peak in the United States east of the Rocky Mountains. And I did get to see that. It's a beautiful scenery. Weather. Cold winter temperatures differ across the state. In January, the Northeast averaged 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The Southwest averages 22 Fahrenheit. Summers can be hot and humid. The western area of the state is drier than the eastern part. Landmarks. Mount Rushmore. It took Gutzon Borglum and his son Lincoln more than 14 years to complete the sculptures on the Mount Rushmore. In South Dakota's Black Hills, Washington's head was completed first. Next came Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt. I'm going to discuss this picture a little bit further with you, very briefly. If you are able to see George Washington, which is the first statue starting on your left-hand side, when I visited Mount Rushmore in June of 2020, I was able to have an experience that I was so scared, I just wanted to turn around. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed what was going on. If you can see right on top where his head starts, there was a climber, and he had to be rescued by a helicopter. That was an experience that I will never forget. Crazy Horse Memorial. The world's largest sculpture honors Lakota warrior, Crazy Horse. When the sculpture is finished, it will measure 563 feet tall and 641 feet long. I will tell you, when I went to visit this summer, the top of the head was almost completed. So it is something that will be a beautiful scene for me. It's just an excuse for me to go back, hopefully in another 3 years. Let's continue. Badlands National Park. About 1 million visitors from all around the world visit this national park every year. The park contains fossils that are 35 million years old. History and government. American Indian groups lived in present-day South Dakota before European explorers arrived. The Arikara lived on the northern Great Plains. The Lakota, Nakota, and Dakota Indians lived in the east of the Arikara. They gradually moved west and later became known as the Sioux. French and Spanish fur trappers began moving to the area in the late 1700s. The Homestead Act of 1862 brought settlers to South Dakota with the promise of free land. The discovery of gold in the Black Hills brought more settlers to the state. In 1889, South Dakota became the 40th state. South Dakota government has three branches. The governor leads the executive branch. The legislative branch is made up of the House of Representatives and Senate. The state has 35 districts, each with one senator and two representatives. The court system in South Dakota is called the United Judicial System and upholds the laws. A little bit about the Capitol building. In order to save money, the design of South Dakota's Capitol building was based on the design of Montana's Capitol. Industry. Farming is an important industry in South Dakota. Corn is the state's largest crop. Wheat and soybean are more major crops. South Dakota is the country's second largest producer of sunflower seeds. Pastures cover about half the state. South Dakota ranchers raise cattle, hogs, and sheep. Several South Dakota companies process food products. Sioux Falls, Mitchell, and Rapid City have meat marketing plants. Poultry products are processed in Waterloo. Dairy products are processed in Aberdeen. Two types of sunflowers are grown in South Dakota: oilseed and Confederate. Confederate is used for bird seed and human consumption. For those of us that like flower seeds, next time read your package. You might be lucky and get a package from South Dakota. The state's tourism industry is mostly centered in the Black Hills. People from all around the country go there to see the beautiful scenery. People visit national caves and hike many trails in the mountains. They also camp, hunt, and fish. I will say, stay tuned because I have something very nice that I brought from this area that I had the privilege of visiting the Black Hills. Population. European Americans in South Dakota are mostly descent from Norwegian, German, Irish, and English settlers. Most of these European migrants arrived in the 1800s. The 9 Indian tribes in South Dakota are all part of the Great Sioux Nation. Indian reservations cover much of the state. American Indians make up almost 10% of the state's population. Here you can take a look at the popularity of ethnicity. Famous people. Mike Miller, 1980, played for the NBA Miami Heat when they won the championship in 2012 and 2013. He grew up in Mitchell. Tom Brokaw is a former TV news reporter. He hosted the NBC Nightly News until he retired in 2004. He was born in Webster. Laura Ingalls Wilder wrote many children's books. The Long Winter, Little Town on the Prairie, and By the Shores of Silver Lake tells about her time. Crazy Horse was an Ognolan Sioux chief. He defended the Black Hills and fought in Montana's Battle of the Little Bighorn. He defeated General George Crook at the Battle of the Rosebud Creek. Sitting Bull was a Hunkpapa Lakota chief and spiritual leader. Sitting Bull led his people against General Custer at the Battle of the Little Bighorn in Montana. January Jones is an actress and model. She has appeared in many movies and has received Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for her role in the TV show Mad Men. She was born in Sioux Falls. State symbols. Here is the tree, and it is Black Hill spruce. The flower, American pasque flower. The bird, Chinese ring-necked pheasant. And the fish, walleye. Jewelry, Black Hills gold. Sport is the rodeo. Fossil is the triceratops. Animal, the coyote. Insect, the honeybee. And the dessert, cushion. Fast facts. Statehood, 1889. Capital Pierre, largest city, Sioux Falls. Size, 75,811 square miles. Land area, based on the 2010 Census Bureau. Population, 848,877. Again, based off on the census estimate in 2013. State nickname, Montana Rushmore, Mount Rushmore State. State motto, under God the people rule. State seal. The state seal represents life in South Dakota. An image of Missouri River follows through the middle of the state of the seal. The dark mountains in the background stand for the Black Hills. A farmer plowing a field shows that farming is important in South Dakota. Cattle represent the ranching industry. A mill and furnace on the left side of the river stand for manufacturing. The date 1889 is the year South Dakota became a state. State flag. The South Dakota state flag is blue and features the state seal surrounded by golden sun. The state seal represents life in South Dakota and includes the Missouri River. The Black Hills farming, ranching, and manufacturing, the state name and its official nickname circle the seal. The current flag was adopted in 1982. That year, the nickname changed from Sunshine State to Mount Rushmore State. Mining products, gold, lime, and limestones. Manufactured goods, machinery, food products, chemicals, metal, motor vehicle parts, computer and electric equipment. Farm products, corn, soybeans, wheat, sunflower seeds, cattle, and hog sheep. I will tell you, there is something hidden here that maybe will is something that we're going to look at the end of the book. And here we go. I am now going to share something that I brought from Black Hills. And this is a limestone. I hope you all enjoyed me reading the book. It was a privilege me reading the book to you. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you.